Hi friends, I'm standing here today in the lobby of Venue 610, which some of you may know as the Spertus Institute for Jewish Studies, the home of our very first worship service at Urban Village Church, right through those doors in Feinberg Theater. I thought it might be appropriate for me to be here today to let you know of some important news. In the United Methodist Church, pastors serve a particular church on an annual basis from July 1 through June 30th. Often, a pastor will be what's called reappointed so that they can serve a church for several years. I have been unbelievably blessed to have been continually reappointed to this church, and it's hard to believe it's now been more than 14 years since I've served here. But I have discerned and prayed that this coming appointment year will be my last as your pastor. Why now? Well, it sounds simplistic, but it's just time. Planting Urban Village will no doubt be the most rewarding thing I will ever do professionally. But I've also noticed the last couple of years that I just don't have the same energy and creativity that I once did. In fact, since 2018, I've been discerning each year whether it's time for me to step down and allow other leaders a chance to bring a different perspective on how we might move forward. And each time I thought and prayed about that, I felt led to stay. I feel differently now. And I also do think it's time for UVC to have new and fresh leadership. I feel at peace with this decision, and I pray that I can do all I can in the next few months to help Urban Village have a solid foundation that will allow it to flourish and grow. It may seem a bit early to make this announcement, so why share this in mid-August? Well, it's no secret that our worship attendance has been hit hard by the pandemic, as it has for many churches. Attendance is down by about 50%, and not surprisingly, that has affected our financial support too. Because of these significant changes and the uniqueness of our multi-site ministry, Urban Village's lay leaders who serve on what we call our One Board felt it would be helpful to hire a consultant to assist us in developing a vision for our future. We have hired the Epicenter Group, which is led by Paul Nixon. Paul coached myself and Urban Village's other co-founder, Trey Hall, for the first few years of our existence, so he knows us well. A big part of Epicenter's assessment will happen next weekend, the weekend of August 25th through the 27th, when they will make an on-site visit. In addition, they will be leading 5 focus groups made up of representatives of all 4 sites, in addition to touring the neighborhoods where we're located and visiting all 4 worship sites, and in a few weeks we will send out a church-wide survey. Because of the work of Epicenter and their assessments, especially since it's coming up next weekend, I felt it was important that the focus groups and others know about my plans so that they can give their full imagination to a future without me as a pastor. We will be looking for my replacement in a way that's a little unique to the United Methodist Church. And let me encourage you now to please refer to the FAQ document that's in this email which we have created and which hopefully will give you more information than I'm sharing in this video. Now, I'm about to use some United Methodist lingo here, so if some of the words I use you don't quite understand, again, go to the FAQ document and hopefully that will explain some of it. Our One Board will be working with a person called a bishop. We are in a geographical area called a conference. Every conference in the United Methodist Church has a bishop and also what are called district superintendents, leaders of smaller areas of that conference. So our One Board will be working with our bishop and our district superintendents, and they will be conducting a nationwide search to find the best fit. This will begin in October. The hope is that we find the right person and can announce that the next spring. The individual would then start July 1st, 2024. Again, this is different than how it usually works in the United Methodist Church, but I'm confident that we will find the right person. So, what are my plans? Well, I will always be a pastor, but I will not be asking for another appointment or looking to serve a church in 2024, which means I am pressing pause on my career as a local church pastor. In some ways, Urban Village has spoiled me. I've been having conversations with trusted friends and colleagues in the nonprofit and higher education fields to explore potential leadership opportunities there. And I'd also be open to working for the church in a more systemic way, say as an employee of a conference or the denomination. At this point, I am trusting that God will open doors and that I'll have the wisdom to choose the right opportunity. I may one day go back to being a local church pastor. I may not. But I'm looking forward to different challenges, and I know that leaving will not be easy. Urban Village has been and is such a huge part of my life. We will have some time to reflect and reminisce over the next few months, and I'm also glad that I have some time to over and over again express my gratitude to all of you. I was looking at our church database the other day and was struck that nearly 7,000 people are in that database. If anyone has ever come to worship even once, or has given a financial gift, or has participated in a small group, or signed up for our e-newsletter, they went in the database. And of course, there are many more who have come across our church that haven't officially been counted either. But my fervent prayer is that, however a person may have come across this church in the past 14 years, I hope that they have experienced, every single one, I hope that they have experienced even slightly the radical and, yes, bold love of Jesus, so that they know just how beautifully created they are. If you have any questions about any of these changes or the next few months, I invite you to reach out to your one board representatives or your site pastor, and again, their information will be in that FAQ document. Or feel free to email me to christian@urbanvillagechurch.org. We worshiped here in this space and welcomed people into what would be a great adventure for us, and it has been. Thank you for your support and your love and all that you have given to this amazing community. I look forward to spending the next few months with you. Peace.